Welcome to Describe World Channel. Today, we delve into the captivating story of the renowned giant Goliath, the feared giant of Gatha Philistia. While many are familiar with his tale from the sacred scriptures, only a few are aware of the intriguing details and curiosities surrounding his life and his family of giants. In this video, we embark on an in-depth exploration of the history and origins of each of Goliath's brothers, the 5 giants who shared his bloodline. This is the second part of a series dedicated to the giants of the Bible, created at your request. We kindly ask you to leave a like, comment, and share this video with friends, family, and anyone interested in this fascinating topic. Join us on this captivating journey as we uncover the history and origin of the 5 giant brothers of Goliath. While Goliath remains the most famous giant mentioned in the Holy Scriptures, many mysteries surround his life, his family, and his origins. Few are familiar with the true story behind this formidable and monstrous giant. Among the facts and curiosities about his life, one aspect remains largely unknown to those acquainted with his tale: the existence of his genetic relatives, his brothers of the same race. Goliath had approximately 5 brothers who belonged to the race of Rephaim giants, also known as Rephaim giants. The biblical text reveals that these 5 brothers plotted revenge against King David upon receiving news of their brother's demise. Goliath of Gath, who shared their giant lineage, was famously defeated by King David himself. Filled with rage, these 5 giants sought every opportunity to avenge their fallen brother and destroy the life of the king of Israel. According to some theorists and experts, one of these giants even faced and battled against David. However, as we will delve into later in the video, this giant met his demise at the hands of one of David's loyal friends. The people represented by the warriors of Israel warned David to prevent the extinguishing of the lamp of Israel, urging him not to engage in new wars or battles out of fear of other giants attempting to take his life without anyone there to aid him. The biblical text informs us that after the Israelites left the house of Egypt, their place of slavery and servitude, they found themselves in Canaan, surrounded by diverse Canaanite peoples, Canaanite tribes, and various races of giants. These giants possessed an imposing stature, standing between 10 to 15 feet tall and measuring an incredible 6.5 feet wide. King Og of Bashan serves as a notable example, estimated to be around 15 feet tall and 6.5 feet wide. His massive body required an entire iron bed to support him, resembling a true monster. In addition to the Nephilim and the Anakim, the Bible also mentions the Rephaim or Rephaim, another ancient tribe of giants. They inhabited the region of Bashan, which corresponds to parts of present-day Jordan and Israel. The term Rephaim can be translated as mighty men or giants. They are mentioned in Deuteronomy 2:20-21 and 3:11, and their kingship is associated with Og, the king of Bashan. The Bible also mentions another people of giants called Anakim or Anakims. They were a powerful and tall tribe that inhabited Canaan before the Israelite conquest under Joshua. In Numbers 13:33, the Hebrew spies reported seeing the sons of Anak as giants, which instilled fear and doubt among the Israelites. The Bible informs us that most of the giants and races of giants who survived or fled from Joshua and the Israelites did so because Israel had faced and killed many of them, or, at the very least, inflicted severe injuries. Many of these giants sought refuge in the lands of Philistia, Mesopotamia, neighboring countries, and even migrated to Africa. Legends about these fearsome giants can be found in practically all regions of the world, suggesting that not only Canaan, but also Mesopotamia, Africa, the Americas, Europe, and India were home to giants in ancient times. Now, let's delve into the details of each of Goliath's brothers, who belonged to the same race of giants. The first giant brother of Goliath was named Lami. Just like Goliath, Lami was a giant. In 1 Chronicles 25, it is written, "And there was war again with the Philistines, and Elhanan the son of Jair slew Lami, the brother of Goliath the Gittite, whose spear staff was like a weaver's beam." This verse provides us with some curiosities about Lami, the brother of Goliath. One intriguing detail mentioned is the size of his spear and its weight. Described as being like a weaver's beam, it indicates that his spear was exceptionally heavy and long, akin to the size of a weaver's beam. This implies that Lami possessed a formidable weapon, highlighting the immense strength and power of these giants. As we continue our exploration of the 5 giant brothers of Goliath, we uncover more intriguing details about their lives and characteristics. Each giant brother represents a unique chapter in the history of these formidable beings. Their existence not only adds depth to the narrative surrounding Goliath, but also sheds light on the broader context of giants in biblical times. It is important to recognize the significance of giants in ancient cultures and civilizations. Their immense stature and strength captivated the imaginations of people across different regions of the world. The legends and stories about giants persist in various mythologies and folklore, hinting at the possibility that these colossal beings were not confined to a single land, but were part of a global phenomenon. The exploration of Goliath's brothers leads us to reflect on the broader implications of their existence. What role did these giants play in the ancient world? How did their presence shape history and influence the narratives of different cultures? These questions open up a vast realm of inquiry, inviting us to delve deeper into the realms of mythology, archaeology, and ancient history. The giant known as Lami is believed to have had a stature similar to that of the famous giant Goliath. Some sources suggest that Lami stood at a towering height of around 10 feet, or even 10.5 feet. Hence, Lami was mentioned in the Bible as one of the brothers of Goliath and belonged to the race of giants. In the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 21, verse 16, it is recorded that Ishbi-Benob, another giant who was also a brother of Goliath, possessed a spearhead weighing approximately 300 shekels of bronze. The spearhead was described as extremely heavy, indicating its substantial weight. Ishbi-Benob also wielded a massive sword, often referred to as a giant sword. Some accounts suggest that the spearhead alone weighed around 13 to 15 pounds, further emphasizing its remarkable size. The text describes Ishbi-Benob's sword as incredibly sharp and gigantic, befitting a giant of his stature. Despite his formidable weaponry, Ishbi-Benob attempted to harm and kill David, but he was ultimately defeated by Abishai, son of Zeruiah, and an ally of David. It is interesting to note that David personally confronted this giant in his second battle against another giant. However, David was weary from continuous fighting and required assistance. Abishai, David's nephew, came to his aid and defeated Ishbi-Benob, who was also Goliath's brother. Based on the descriptions of Ishbi-Benob's weapons and considering him to be a giant, it is likely that he stood at a height of approximately 9 to 10 feet, or even taller. The third brother of Goliath, known as Saph, was also a giant belonging to the Rephaim race, as mentioned in 2 Samuel 21:18. In another war against the Philistines, Sibbecai the Hushathite defeated Saph, who was one of the sons of the giant from the Rephaim race. Regarding Saph's stature, it is highly probable that he was similar in height, or slightly smaller or larger than the giant Goliath himself. It is conceivable that Saph stood at around 6 cubits, which is approximately 9 to 10 feet in height. The biblical text also reveals the presence of another giant from the same race as Goliath, referred to as Goliath from Gath or Goliath Gittite. In 2 Samuel 21:19, it is mentioned that during another battle against the Philistines in Gob, Elhanan, the son of Jadar-Regem the Bethlehemite, struck down Goliath the Gittite. Goliath Gittite was known to wield a spear with a shaft as thick as a weaver's beam, similar to one of Goliath's other brothers. It is highly likely that Goliath Gittite stood at a height of approximately 10 feet, given the resemblance of his spear to a weaver's beam. What piques curiosity about this particular giant is the fact that he shares the same name as the famous Goliath, whom King David faced and defeated. However, in this case, he is referred to as Goliath the Gittite, instead of Goliath of Gath. The biblical text mentions that Goliath had 4 brothers, but it doesn't end there. It also introduces a 5th brother, described as a colossal giant. Although this giant remains unnamed, 2 Samuel 21:20 provides some information about him. He was an imposing figure of extraordinary height, possessing 6 toes on each hand and 6 toes on each foot, totaling 24 toes. Like his brethren, he belonged to the Rephaim race, and his colossal stature surpassed even that of Goliath and his brothers. This giant's remarkable height and the additional digits on his hands and feet made him a subject of great fascination. In conclusion, the story of Goliath and his 5 giant brothers unveils a captivating chapter in the annals of ancient history. These towering beings, with their immense strength and formidable presence, left an indelible mark on the narratives of different civilizations. While Goliath may be the most renowned giant mentioned in the sacred scriptures, his brothers add a layer of complexity and intrigue to the broader tapestry of giant lore. As we continue to explore the mysteries of the past, it is essential to approach these narratives with a curious and open mind. The stories of giants like Goliath and his brothers offer us a glimpse into ancient times, inspiring us to unravel the enigmatic threads that connect us to our collective human history. So, join us on this fascinating journey as we unravel the history and origins of the 5 giant brothers of Goliath, expanding our understanding of these mythical beings and the rich tapestry of ancient civilizations they inhabited. If you were unfamiliar with the story of the Giant Brothers of Goliath, please feel free to leave your comments below. And if you were already aware of this account, we encourage you to share your observations in the comments. If there is interest, we would be delighted to continue this series exploring the topic of giants. We hope you enjoyed this detailed account of each of these giants. Until next time.